Today we're going to make a strawberry frog. We're going to start by sculpting our strawberry frog. Strawberry frog. Then we gotta print and prime him, which I always forget to film, so just look at this nice can. Now it's time to paint our strawberry frogger. Paint his tiny face. Next, paint all the seeds, and I counted them, there are 114. Now some nice black voids for eyeballs. Do the strawberry frogger tango. Give your strawberry frogger a nice green hat. And he's done! Ta-da! One strawberry frogger. After making my strawberry frogger, someone asked, can you please make a mushroom frogger? To which I said, I can absolutely make a mushroom frogger. But then I started sculpting and realized maybe I can't make a mushroom frogger. That's okay. We'll just start resculpting and... Oh, no. Oh, no. It's okay. We can do this. It's a new day and I have coffee and we actually have some cute looking frogs going. I decided I would make one that's more of like a frog mushroom and one that's more of a frog wearing a cute little mushroom hat. Just going to paint them up, do little details, and let me know which one do you prefer. And choose wisely because I will be setting the loser on fire. On my last video, you all gave me so many good ideas for future froggers to make. I want to try to make as many as I can, but we're going to start with banana. First, we got to do some much needed research. And for sculpting, I always start with just inserting spheres and mushing them around till they look banana-ish. And oops, let's try that again. Ta-da, better. It's time to bust out the paint, and this is going to take forever, so... Look at this beautiful banana yellow. Adding some beautiful black voids for eyeballs. My husband was adamant that he needed a green butt, and you know what? I agree. The last step is to add a bunch of cute banana freckles. And he's done! And oh my god, I love him so much. He is going to be on Etsy, though I am very sad to let him go. The next frogger on my list, in no particular order, is a donut frog. This one's pretty easy. We just mask out the frosting, extrude it, and apply some sprinkles and a hole. We're just gonna speed through some paint here. I'm going to make them yeast-raised donuts because they are the superior donut. And we have a pink frosted, and then I also ended up making a chocolate frosted. So let me know, what kind of frog would you like to see next? Do not eat! The next frogger on the list is a dragon fruit frog. In fact, one user was so kind as to give me detailed concept along with art to follow, and I will do my best to do your design justice. I wasn't sure how to sculpt this, but turns out if you mash a bunch of spheres around, you'll just get a dragon fruit. And looking back editing, I realized I did take some creative liberties with this design, so I hope the user still loves it. He was a little bit of a pain to paint because he has a bunch of nooks and crannies that are easy to miss. But painting the white was a lot of fun because that's when he really started to look like the dragon fruit. And I started painting on the green before realizing that that's the wrong green. This one looks a lot better. And ta-da! We have one finished dragon fruit frogger, or at least I thought until I realized I had made a crucial mistake. The user really wanted to have these white eyeballs with a slit, and I wanted to make sure I at least did that for them. I'm doing my best to make sure that he doesn't come out cross-eyed, but hey, eyes are sisters, not twins, right? Okay, now he's done. Let me know what frogger you want to see next. For today's frogger, we're going back to one of the first suggestions I ever got, which was Cheesecake frogger with dollop on head. Though I'm realizing that I've already messed up because I put the dollop on his butt. So F for reading comprehension, but I was just really excited when I saw the suggestion. Now that I've printed and primed him, I can move on to paint. Ba-bam! I finished the paint, however we have one very important detail to add. Crust. We're going to need some watered down glue and some sand. Brush on the glue and squidge him in some sand. Don't forget to spank off the excess. Seal it with more glue, paint it up, and we have one cheesecake frogger. Let me know what frogger you want to see next. And if you haven't seen yours yet, please be patient. There are so many of you and I only have 2 hands. Thanks for watching! Today we're going to be tackling an apple frogger. At first I thought this one was going to be pretty easy. I just had to modify a pre-existing model. However, then my husband came over. You should make it a caramel apple frogger. Yeah, we gotta do that. That's gonna make this project a little more difficult, mostly because I had to hand place all of these little peanut chunks. I decided we're going to make a green version and a red version of each. Now, because actual caramel has a translucency to it, I am buffing on a little bit of this mid-tone shade to try to fake that translucent look. I had a lot of fun painting the apples because they were pretty simple as far as the model goes, so I felt like I was able to kind of go to town on the paint. Of course, we need cute apple freckles. And painting every single one of these newts really just took forever, but we're almost done. All that's left is to spear the apples. Now, are you prepared for this? I am so happy with how they turned out. Let me know what other kind of Frogger I should make, but please be patient, I have so many to make! For today's video, we're going to make a cake Frogger to celebrate the fact that we've hit 1,000 subscribers over on YouTube. And I'm just a little bit late for this, but I thought I had more time. He's a little more cake than frog, but that's because the idea is that for every milestone that I hit, we're going to add another frog cake to the tier. And as a big thank you, I actually wanted to host a giveaway over on my YouTube channel. So if you would like to enter for a chance to win one of these cake Froggers, all you need to do is go to my YouTube channel and leave a comment on the cake video there. There will be a pinned comment with more info. But thank you all so much for subscribing, giving me wonderful frog suggestions. It's been really exciting and also a little overwhelming sometimes. I hope you love the cake Frogger. I will have a fresh batch of frogs for you on Friday. Today we're going to be making a blueberry Frogger. It was supposed to be a whole bushel of berries, but more on that later. First we need to plump up our Frogger into a blueberry shape. Now for a very important detail, the blueberryness. There we go, one blueberryness. But immediately after sculpting I got this message demanding a grumpy version. And so a grumpy version we shall make. Now for the other berries. I did make a raspberry and a blackberry. I even got this nifty curing station to speed up my workflow. However, I guess I'm still learning because they were not fully cured when I primed them and now they are just forever sticky. I did end up painting a couple because I really wanted them for the final shot. Behold, a bushel of berries. But do not fear, I will remake the raspberries and blackberries and they'll be up on my shop next week. Also, do you think the blackberry should have a green top? I kind of like it without, but he also kind of looks a little gaping without it. Thanks for watching. Today we'll be making more cake Froggers. Ah, home from my trip. Time to see how my 1,000 subscriber giveaway is going. Okay, we have some catching up to do. We're going to make layers 2 and 3 today, and oh my god, layer 2 is already the size of my print bed. And layer 3 is so big that he's actually gonna have to be printed on his side to fit. And normally I print all of these solid because they have nice weight to it, but these are so big that they're gonna be hollowed out. I just fill his holes with Milliput and prime him and he's ready to paint. Using miniature paints is fun because I get to base him out with a color called Barbarian Flesh. Delicious. And thank you all so much. This is really unbelievable, the growth that we've had, and I just can't thank you enough. I'm also just delightfully surprised by how wonderful and sweet the community has been. You have all just been so supportive and it really means the world to me. Cake's done. Let's post the video. What the fuck? Today we'll be making a sad durian Frogger. He's sad because he's stinky and has no friends. I didn't really film most of the sculpting because it was a lot of dealing with nano mesh stuff that I don't fully understand. And oh boy did I underestimate these spikes. In case you haven't noticed, this is a weapon. I have made a mace, and everything has an extra layer of danger now because of it. He's also not my cleanest job that I've ever done. If you'll notice, with all these spikes overhanging, we need a ton of supports. And those are all spots that ideally need to be sanded to look nice. But his built-in armor makes that very difficult. So this video is mostly just for fun, but if you guys really want to see him up on the shop, then I will try to find a better way to clean him up. I give you one sad durian. He is sad because he is stinky, yes, but also because he is a danger to society. Thanks for watching, and yes, I am working on the cake. Okay, it's finally happening. We are making cherry Froggers today. Luckily, my apple Frogger was already kind of cherry-shaped. We're just gonna play up these extra swoops. Of course, one needs to be grumpy, so I decided to make the other one a little extra cheery to make up for its grumpiness. Now I had to figure out what I wanted to do for the stem. It needs to connect our cherries, however, if I make it too thin, it's going to snap immediately, probably when I'm painting them. But of course, I also don't want it to be too
girthy.
And I want our cherries to be a little snuggled up, so I have to go in and add some squeege. We have achieved squidge. Next, we have to print and prime them, and check out my new fancy stick technology. I did a plain red base, and now I'm going in with layers of a sheared out darker red to give it a slight translucent look. Paint is done, however the stick technology has betrayed me. Oh, never mind, we got it. And now, behold, the twin cherries. They're not up on my shop yet, but they will be for my next restock. I will announce the date soon. Also, I'll be selling in Burbank May 4th. Today we'll be making chocolate-covered strawberry Froggers. I'm a little overwhelmed with all the Frogger stuff that I need to do, so luckily this is going to be a simple model. We just need to mask out the chocolate shape that we want, and then we extract it and smooth it. And one more time. I want to make sure we get all of our chocolate representation, so I'm doing a little bit of dark, a little bit of milk, and a little bit of white. I did sell some of these over the weekend, so I apologize I don't have videos of all of them. And because of feedback, I am making the seeds yellow. Just painting some chocolate detail. But then I saw these beautiful pink chocolate strawberries, and I knew that I absolutely needed to make some of those. Shh, you didn't see anything. Behold, chocolate-covered strawberry Froggers. Let me know what chocolate combinations you prefer. I'm partial to the milk chocolate with the dark chocolate drizzle, because I can't stock every combination in my shop, so let me know what you like. Thanks for watching! The day has come to make more cake Froggers! And the 50,000 cake layer will be coming out this weekend as a bonus video, and if all goes well, that means I will not be late for the next cake layer. And this will also be a 25,000 subscriber giveaway. There will be a pinned comment with more information, but all you need to do is comment on this video. I will be choosing 2 winners and giving away a pre-existing Frogger of your choice. I'm just gonna add some squeege here. And we have leveled up with a second printer, and so for now the cake can fit on my print bed. Though it is going to take over 7 hours to print, so oh my god, I hope it doesn't fail. Though, spoiler, it didn't. And I wanted to thank you all again for your support and also for your patience. I was not expecting to have to make this many cake Froggers this quickly, so I appreciate you sticking around and hope it was worth the wait. Behold, more cake Frogger. Today, our cake saga continues. We're going to be making the 50,000 subscriber tier next. And I decided that I really wanted this one to have 2 faces. I was kind of going for one was a little bit cute and hungry, and the other one looked like it actually might eat you. We just need to give it some teeth here. I didn't film a lot of this arm sculpting because, to be honest, it drove me mad and I wasn't sure if I would get it the way I wanted it to be. And if you thought our last layer took forever to print, this one's gonna take almost 10 hours. I set it up overnight and woke up to this beautiful creature. After cleaning up and priming him, we're going to move on to paint. And the larger these cake layers get, the more unyieldy they are. He was a dense, heavy pancake that was annoying to move around. Also, I definitely made this mouth too deep because how the heck do I paint this? Just adding some silver finishes, and oh my goodness, seeing the rainbow this close to being completed truly makes my heart happy. Thank you for watching! I have heard your pleas, and so today we will finally be making a pineapple Frogger. I had actually started a model a while back, but I think that we can do better. However, this has proven to be one of the most difficult Froggers I've done yet. I thought I had a plan for how to handle the texture, but oh my god, I don't know if this is going to work. We're just going to keep going with it. I'm masking out these shapes that I'm going to extrude and try to mesh them in. We're just going to trust the process. Oh no, not the Wheel of Doom! And I think he looks good. I think he's cute and not scary, but let me know. After printing and priming him, our stick technology is back. I wasn't sure how I wanted to paint this. I decided on painting a ochre color all over and then dry brushing on green and yellow details. And I wanted his smile to be like the inside of the pineapple, which might be horrifying, but let me know what you think. I might go back in and add more yellow tones to him. Also, I made sure to make a pink version as well. And these will be available on my shop. The restock date is going to be Wednesday, May 22nd. Today we'll be making pancake Froggers with a butter frog on top. But it already got off to a rough start because it turns out I don't know what a pancake looks like. So you know what that means. Research. 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 And now I'm equipped to sculpt pancake Froggers. The most important details were getting these ridges along the top and bottom and making sure to add lots of nice bubbly pancake texture. And of course we need a sad melting butter frog on top. Paint was kind of difficult because I did not have a great pancake shade. Good thing I had my reference. And I just used dry brushing to add layers of toasty deliciousness. The paint is done, but now we'll be moving on to the most stressful part, pouring the resin syrup. I only had one shot to make this work and I was so worried about messing up my beautiful pancakes. But after carefully adding just little bits at a time, I think they actually turned out pretty adorable. Okay, this might be my favorite Frogger so far. Today we're going to be making a Mangosteen Frogger. And I've never had one of these, so we had to do some research. And despite these being a little beaten up from their long trip, they are actually delicious. Need to give our frog some girth and his absolutely adorable little leaf hat. And I started giving this a little bit more detail before I quickly realized that maybe we should just keep this simple. We're going to add his segments and then add the fun details like a cute booty and some squeege. Here he comes. Here he comes. We're gonna paint him up a nice purple color. And for his leaf hat, I don't think my reference is the freshest, so I'm going to follow the online images that I found. And for his flesh wedges, I'm going to layer on a sheer white. Behold, one Mangosteen! I love him so much, and stay tuned because the next frogger we're making is also going to be a very round boy. Make a watermelon. You all have been asking for weeks. We are finally making a watermelon frogger. Of course, first we need to research. Research? Yes, very good research. Okay, he needs to be an absolutely round unit, though I think I want him to be on his back with his little arms and legs spread out. And I've made some guides for where I'm going to paint his stripes. A very hefty boy is born. I'm going to base him out with a nice green and then paint on his stripes. And then I'm going to try to add a little bit of watermelon texture by dry brushing and also using the sponge to dry sponge on some nice specklies. Now we need to paint his belly, and do not worry, I am going to gloss it. However, tragedy would strike because just as I was filming the glamour shots, I immediately broke him. But don't worry, he got better. I hope you love him. Thank you so much for watching. Today we'll be making an egg frogger. Egg, 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 egg. As per usual, I had to remind myself what an egg looks like, and then proceeded to make the ugliest egg I've ever made. Do you want some? Here, eat it. For the model, I started off with my failed pancake because he is perfectly flat enough to be an egg. I added a nice little puddle of egg white and a little yolk, and lots of little egg boobles for texture. And of course I made a grumpy version as well. Moving on to paint, we're going to paint him white, and can we have a moment of appreciation for this beautiful color match? Now, I hate when my eggs have that gross, crispy edge, but I know a lot of people love it, and it will really finish off the look. Just going to add some dry brushing and some freckles, and they're done! I hope you love them. Do not eat.
Delivery.
Hello? Oh, beans, not again. Okay, we are finally making another cake layer, and I know I am super late for this, but in my defense, it's only been 7 days. Also, these cake tier goals were meant to be like a 2-year plan, not like a 2-month plan. But moving on, you were all very upset that I gave the last one 2 heads and only 1 butt, so do not fear. This time I gave him 3 heads and only 1 butt. This beast of a cake then proceeded to crash my computer, so that was fun. We have also officially maxed out our print bed, and this time it's going to take 12 hours, and yes, I know that filament takes longer. As for the next tiers, I don't know if we're actually going to hit any of these goals, but I decided that we would repeat the rainbow. We're going to make them bigger and badder like Pokemon evolutions, if that makes sense. But thank you all so much. This has all been so strange, but also wonderful, and I just can't believe how much Frogger love there is out there, and I hope you stick around for more. Today we'll be making tomato and onion flippers for the Patreon Frogger of the Month, which works out well because I know a lot of you have been asking for these. First we have the onion. I'm going to start with the blueberry model, and I'm going to make 2 versions, a sad and a big sad. Then I need to add a sprout and give him some texture. I thought the tomato was going to be easy, but it turned out it was very easy to make him oh so lumpy. But it worked out in the end. There was much debate over whether he should be happy or angry, and I made him terrifying. Now it's time to paint them up. I'm going to put on sheer coats of brown for the onion to give him that translucent feel. But yet again, it is time for the scary part, making the tears out of resin. But it turned out I would be the sad onion, because I don't like how they turned out. I think I'm going to work them into the sculpt this time. However, I am pretty happy with how the tomato turned out, although I got so hyper-focused that I forgot to make him look like a tomato frog tomato. I would also love to make other tomato varieties in the future. And no pressure at all, but I have my Patreon linked if you want to become a tootin' tadpole. It is time to set fire to some marshmallows, because today we're going to be making s'mores froggers. Of course, first I need to do some research, because how else will I know what a s'mores looks like? And I know that I am already late to the next cake layer, but I have a few things I need to do before I can get started on. So as a thank you for your patience, right, we're being patient, yes? This video is also going to be a giveaway. There will be a pinned comment with more information, but all you need to do is leave a comment on this video. Anyways, I am texturing up the graham cracker, and now I'm adding some squeege. Look at his fat little squished out body. I love him. We just need to print him out and clean him up, and then we can start on the paint. It was very handy to have my reference so I could match all of these toasty tones. This reference was very hard to keep on hand. It kept disappearing on me. I think the real trick to getting the graham cracker to look nice was adding all of these little highlight shades down in the crevasses. And there you go, one s'more frogger. And stay tuned because I have more summer treats coming soon. No. Today we're going to be making an ice cream frogger. We're going to start with a cone of shame and a spear. And the cone was already being problematic, and so you know what that means. We need our research. The research was successful. I started adding all the texture for the ice cream because ice cream actually has a lot of weird texture, but after doing it, it's kind of giving unironed. Yeah, so we're just gonna smooth that out. You'll have to let me know if you prefer the smooth or textured version. And I'm going to paint them up as vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, of course. And in case you didn't know, brain matter gray makes for a great vanilla color. Just gonna paint up their details, give them some shadow and dry brushing, and they're done. Thanks for watching, and yes, the cake is coming soon. But what is that?
No, it's not ready. No, it's not ready yet. Get out.
I'm late again. It is time for more cake frogger. After much debate, I decided that this one would have one face, one butt, but 6 arms. As you know, it is too big for my print bed, so we have to cut it up, and it looks like this is going to be the easiest way to do so. The first 3 pieces printed just fine, however the booty piece kept giving me print failures. But we got there in the end, and now we just need to epoxy it together. And pray for me because my workspace is outside. After lots and lots of sanding and priming, we can now paint it up. I apologize for the camera angles. Despite this being hollow, it was still very unwieldy.
Are you prepared for a reveal?
As always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your patience. This was really a behemoth to take on, and I hope that it did not disappoint.
Well. Are you happy now?